Hi there, and welcome to another video from REVS, where today I'd like to talk to you about the tyres in your performance car. I'm about to start a new job where I'm giving up the train and I'll be driving to work every day, so my 2009 Porsche Cayman S is about to become my daily driver. With the weather sort of turning in a bit, it's autumn here in the UK, the road conditions are damp, the temperatures have started to drop. I thought it'd be a good idea to sort of check the roadworthiness of my car. And the first two things I checked were the car battery and the tyres. This video is going to be about the tyres, and I'd like to sort of bring to you something that I didn't quite appreciate until I really inspected my car tyres, that something's happened in the 1 year in which I've owned the car, and I'd like to sort of discuss that topic with you now. If you run summer tyres throughout the year, have you noticed additional cracking on your tyres? One thing I didn't appreciate is that my summer tyres have cracked all over the sidewalls, and I'm pretty sure that's happened in the 1 year that I've owned the car. Actually, I've had the car for about 14 months now. Now, we all know the answer to the question, should you run winter tyres in winter? Yes, no one's going to disagree with that. There'll be a cutscene somewhere in this video where I'll show you a graphic where obviously stopping distances increase, your handling decreases. If you're going to run summer tyres in winter, there's a trade-off that you've got to sort of be aware of.
So here's a graphic I'd like to go over, which compares summer tyres, all-season tyres and winter tyres. If we start with the column on the left, which is for dry conditions above 15 degrees centigrade, you'll see that in those conditions, the summer tyre far outperforms the all-season and the winter tyres, and that's to be expected really. If you look into the middle, in wet conditions which are still above 15 degrees C, you'll see once again that summer tyres far outperform the all-season and winter tyres. The bit that's really interesting is that sharp drop-off in the performance of a summer tyre as the conditions go cold. This graphic shows the data which went into the graph that you just saw, and as you can see here, we've got the three different tyres in three different conditions. Now the dry braking and wet braking is from 60 miles an hour down to 0 above 15 degrees C, and the one at the bottom for snow braking is stopping from 25 miles an hour down to 0. As you'd expect, the summer tyre outperforms the all-season and winter tyre in dry and wet braking above 15 degrees C. It's only when the temperatures get cold does that summer tyre perform so badly.
So here's a look at the front tyre on my Porsche Cayman S. As you can see, I'm running Michelin Pilot Sports. They are N rated, and you can see by these numbers over here, this is the designation of my tyre. So for those of you that don't know, the first number there, 235, that's the width in millimetre of the tyre tread. The profile 35 means 35% of the width of the tyre is my profile. So the profile is this bit over here. Obviously the width of the tyre is from there to there. So 35% of 235 is the width over here, and basically I've got radials and then 19-inch wheels. So the cracking that I wanted to sort of draw your attention to is all this stuff over here. That should come out on the focusing, all right? It's all along that sidewall. And I'm pretty sure when I had this car a year ago, when I bought it in summer, obviously the previous owner was running winter and summer tyres, and I think this is something that's basically happened as I've owned the car. It's something quite surprising that I noticed. Let's look at the actual tread here. You can see that I don't really have any cracking inside the treads, which is a good thing for me, but you can see all along this sidewall I've got cracking all along there. This was something very interesting. I was just making this video and I noticed this little thing over here. Basically the tyre has had a nail in it before. Obviously it's been patched with one of these sort of temporary jobs that you can get. You know, it's not something I would have normally done, but previous owners obviously done one of these smart repairs. That's a lot cheaper than replacing the whole tyre. But I didn't even know I had that, because as you're washing the car you normally never expose that part of the tyre tread, but there you go. So one of my tyres has been patched up. So yeah, let's over back to myself in the studio. I've been running summer tyres throughout my entire ownership of the car, and I think that as a result of running summer tyres last winter, my front tyres have actually been prone to excessive cracking all around the front. Summer tyres, they're geared up for higher temperatures. You need to even get heat into them to get good grip on a track day. And as the temperatures drop below about 5 degrees C, which is probably about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll progressively get worse and worse performance in your summer tyre, and that's where they say it's worth moving over to a winter tyre. Now, what I didn't appreciate was that running summer tyres in winter can lead to cracking in my summer tyres, and that's not great. That's going to degrade the lifetime of my tyre. So now that I know that I'm actually shortening the life of my summer tyres by running them in colder conditions, I'm strongly going to look into running a set of winter tyre compounds. As I've said, my Porsche Cayman S is going to become a daily driver now, and if I do notice that loss of handling, that loss of grip, just the fact that it's no longer safe to be running my summer tyres in winter, I'm going to switch out to winter tyres. I'll try and buy a pair of second-hand wheels and get the tyres basically fitted out at my local dealer. It's not just, they're not trying to make money out of you by basically insisting you go for summer and winter tyres. I know there's some skeptics out there saying, why do you run summer and winter tyres, run an all-weather compound, why are you running N-rated tyres? I think if you've made your mind up to run a Porsche car and own a Porsche car, you know, I would stick with what the manufacturer recommends. Now, we don't know exactly how that rubber compound is different, but if the manufacturer's decided on a particular rubber compound that suits them, I think, you know, who are we to say the manufacturer doesn't know best? And I'm all for sticking within N-rated tyres, which basically means I'll have to get a summer tyre and a winter tyre. I know Michelin do some cross-climate tyre, but I couldn't find one for my Cayman, so that means I am basically stuck with summer or winter tyres. I know last year in the UK we had quite a cold winter, and I'm pretty sure that whether it's just my car sitting on the driveway or it's me actually driving the car in those cold conditions, there was a number of times that my car was just covered in snow.
I managed to actually find the CCTV footage when the Beast of the East actually landed in the UK. The snowfall that you see here landed all within 1 hour, and it rested on the car for over a week.
Let me know what tyres you're running on your car. I'll put a card up in the video here if you can basically let me know whether you're running Michelin, Pirellis or others. Stay safe in cold weather conditions, and if you're running summer tyres, just be aware that you're probably going to get some cracking on them. You could do me a favour, if you're going to be running summer tyres in cold conditions, have a look at your tyres now, have a look how much cracking you've got, maybe take some few photos to keep track of it, and at the end of winter, come back and check your front tyres and just compare the amount of cracking you've got. And it'll be interesting to see what you've got. So leave us some comments below, let us know how it goes, and yeah, take it easy, living life and cars to the max. See ya.